You've said that when people think of financial technology, you want them not to think of Pony Ma of Tencent or Jack Ma, but to think of China Construction Bank. Please explain.
Banks
are the most professional at organizing financial data. In the future, any service involving people must be a combination of online and offline. Over the past decades, China Construction Bank has invested massively in technology to understand and empower society through financial data. For example, we have been providing public cloud services to small and mid-sized banks. Finance is borderless.
When I got off the plane at Port Moresby Airport, the first sign I saw was China Construction Bank. As China spends more in this part of the world, what does that mean for China Construction Bank's globalization strategy?
Aside from our large trading partners, Australia and New Zealand, surrounding countries like Papua New Guinea also has tremendous development potential, with advantages like easy access and proximity to developed countries. The Belt and Road Initiative also outlines the room for development in this region.
We see the likes of China State Construction, China Railway Construction in the South Pacific. Are they the entities that you'll be serving, or what sort of customers will you be trying to get?
Well, people have usually think of construction because that's the name of our bank. And we do have an important part in global infrastructure construction, but we have broad links with industrial and trading companies. For example, we are providing loans to Metallurgical Cooperation of China in Papua New Guinea. Companies can go as far as their country's financing. We are also working with financial institutions from Belt and Road countries. That's 1,300 institutions in over 130 countries. This sort of huge network can provide financing and support yuan's globalization.
Even with this direction into inclusive finance, with serving the small, medium and micro-sized companies, it's not going to affect the asset quality or the profit at China Construction Bank. Am I right?
Starting May this year, we incorporated supporting micro and small companies as a strategy because they are strong as a group in terms of taxes paid and jobs created, but individually, they are weak. We can't treat them with standards for big companies. The average lifespan of a small company is just 2 years. The risks are there. But technology will help us serve these small businesses. We are going from a negative list to a positive list, which means as long as you meet a few criteria, we can lend to you. This model started at the end of 2017. By now, CCB has lent 170 billion yuan to small companies compared to just 20 billion yuan last year, with non-performing loans ratio at below 1%. This excellent result means we can consider easing loan restrictions even more.
But the foreign banks say that because it takes too long to open branches, that the entry barriers are very high, they've not been able to increase their market share in China. Do you agree?
Our regulatory implementation needs to be in line with international norms. Foreign banks also need to localize better. I think we will open up further. What you are competing on is experience, service, familiarity with the market. Financial sector competition is very much borderless. China's financial industry is now basically in line with international principles.